It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Every week, Brett and I choose one garbage person of the week, and the audience does as well. This week, I'm even gonna read the one the audience chose. But first, Brett, who's your garbage person?
Callback. My garbage person of the week is one Jonathan Hannity. Sean Hannity, who with his president and best friend Donald Trump out of office, is having a little bit of withdrawal syndrome. And honestly, it's turned to psychosis. As in the wake of Joe Biden's speech about all people in America being eligible for COVID vaccination by May 1st, it seems like Hannity really needs to make it all about Trump in this horrible, cringeworthy video.
Tonight, Joe Biden, he needs to pick up the phone. I suggest call Mar-a-Lago and bring unity to the country as he says he so desperately wants. And thank President Donald Trump, because a few moments ago, he tried to take credit for everything that Donald Trump did on COVID-19. 3 vaccines thanks to Donald Trump's Operation Warp Speed. There were already 1 million vaccines being administered into people's arms every single day when Biden was sworn in. 36 million doses had already been distributed. According to Joe, it was the Biden administration that stepped in, heroically saved America from COVID-19. None of this is true. Where's the unity, Joe?
Ugh, where's the unity, Joe? Well, it's weird because he's accidentally admitting, even if it's Donald Trump's doing, he's accidentally admitting that things are going well. That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
it's because he can't
thank
deny
him for everything.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's just so frustrating. That goes on for 8 minutes. And it is another one of those examples of Sean Hannity not really knowing what's in the prompter, not really caring, understanding that for the next 4 years, he's got it pretty much set what he's gonna do, which is little crap like this, where if things are going well, he's gonna either pretend that it's not going well or say that it's Donald Trump's doing. And if he wants to get mad at that, he's being hypocritical anyway, because all of the economic benefits that Trump inherited, Hannity was immediately saying that they were Donald Trump's doing and not Obama's. So the hypocrisy reveals the tribalism, reveals the inability to really own up and do his job, which as a host of a news show should be to communicate reality, but instead it's to deliver this warped version of reality that is, it's almost like they're on some kind of shroom hallucinatory trip. But since those kinds of drugs are too expensive given our current medical system, he's just gonna give them that fun fantasy trip that they so desperately want.
Yeah. And look, it's not like we've given some hypothetical credit to Trump. We did yesterday, where yes, did they put some money towards some of these vaccines? Yes. But for instance, when Trump comes out with that press release yesterday, that's like it would have been 5 years without this, or maybe never. When we're already giving people vaccines that weren't even a part of the program, well, then you lose me. You don't get the credit that even in theory you should deserve, I guess, if you're claiming that you alone were responsible for all of it, when, as we pointed out yesterday, literally any president would have put money into producing vaccines. That has nothing to do with Trump whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's like the one standout thing that he did do is the thing literally everyone would do. That like, if it was Greg Gutfeld, he would have put money into vaccines. You don't get any credit for that. That's a bar that's so low, it's buried in the center of the earth.
And has proven, and we can prove that when Biden does something equally as intuitive as providing aid to people in the midst of a crisis, Hannity is in lockstep with all of the reality-denying Republicans who say this is a bad idea. It's and look, the only idea.
And let's be consistent about the transitions between presidents. Do you give credit for things that happened before? Do you give the new guy a pass for bad things leading into it? Is Hannity, what I'm saying is Hannity communicating a general stance that should apply to many things, or is he talking just about this? He wants to pretend that he is making some sort of generic like idea of what his values are. But he's not going to, for instance, give Biden a bit of a pass on the economy maybe being rough for the first couple quarters because of the absolute devastation that happened before he was president. He's not gonna do that. And also, he's gonna pretend that things are what they were not. Are things going really smoothly now? Yes, they seem to. Had some vaccines been done by the time Biden got inaugurated? Yes, but that doesn't mean that everything was peaches and cream. We had huge supply chain issues. The initial huge amounts of vaccinations that were being done started to fall because the DPA had not been invoked, which Biden then did. Not to mention the fact that Trump effectively said, we're gonna send the vaccine out, but we're not gonna tell you anything about how to do it, which led to some successes in some states and other states having huge issues in actually getting it into people's arms. Biden helped to institute actual guidance for how the vaccination should be done. So it is not just Biden came in and I guess we can keep doing what we were doing. These are all issues that we were talking about at the time that he's now pretending never happened. But it's a good garbage person for that reason. So good choice there.
Thanks.
Okay.
John.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.